Go ahead. Yeah.
She also referenced Mr. Clinton's relationship with one of his largest donor, that being Bill Gates, at which point in time she said that they were not on speaking terms, and referenced the fact that at this point in time, during 2009, that the Health Initiative had not received prior formal approval by the IRS for their activities.
In fact,
so hold on. So you're saying the Clinton Foundation had not received proper approval? Who did not receive proper approval?
The Clinton Health, prior to 2010, CHI was the acronym for Clinton HIV/AIDS. What we are led to believe from this interview was Mr. Gates telling Mr. Clinton, you need to get formal approval for this activity, which went all the way back to 2002. That's the premise of our submission. And it was at that point in time that they actually went and got formal approval for that activity from the IRS, and CHI then became known as Clinton Health Access Initiative.
Well, all right. So who approved the 501c3 status for the foundation?
it would have been the IRS.
Who at the IRS? Do you have the document?
Yeah, well, we have it. I don't know what the person's name is offhand, but we've got the determination letters.
And it was approved for what? Building a library, or?
The initial approval was simply for a library.
So who modified it?
That's what we worked on. We saw no modifications to the Articles of Incorporation. If you want to change your status, you need to notify the IRS.
No, I get that. You've said that before.
Okay.
So was there any modification?
No.
All right. We've got a second round. The gentleman from Georgia, I'm going to go to you in just a second as soon as you're ready. So,
could I answer to your question? A very specific misrepresentation that went on with the second CHI. I think that's what you want to know. In order to go forward, the application has a Schedule G that asks you if this second CHI is a successor organization to a previous one. So you have the library, then you have this CHI running unapproved. They clearly were advised, conversations involving Mr. Gates and what have you, as we've learned, you got to get approved. They go and make an application. And on the form, Schedule G, when it's asked, is this a successor operation? They specifically and affirmatively answer no. That is a misrepresentation because it's the same people doing the same thing. It's the same people doing the same thing.
Additionally, we asked this individual about the Charity Navigator rating of a 4-star, to which she laughed out loud and said, I've worked within charitable organizations at large firms. The Clinton Foundation is the furthest thing from a 4-star rating.
In fact, that person went on to further state to us that she advised her own friends in multiple businesses where she had worked previous to that to stop donating to the Clinton Foundation. It was so bad.
Have you submitted these documents to the FBI?
Yes.
Do you believe that they have opened up an investigation on it based on your conversations with the FBI?
Yes. Yes.
So you believe that there is an open criminal investigation by the FBI on the Clinton Foundation out of what field office?
Little Rock, Arkansas.
So you believe out of Little Rock, Arkansas, there's an open criminal investigation into the Clinton Foundation going based on information that you've submitted to the FBI?
The agent informed me as to how very, very, very grateful he was for our documents and the case fashion in which we presented it.
All right, so that is incredibly important. If you're telling me there's an open criminal investigation, maybe that makes sense why Mr. Huber was not here. Because if he couldn't comment on an ongoing investigation, perhaps that's why he didn't show up.
That's why we want you as the committee to come to your own logical conclusions and not have us make conclusions for you.
All right, I'll recognize the gentleman from Georgia.